Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 2, Text number 34. I didn't realize this was the last verse in the chapter. Could have completed last time. Anyway. Sharat Shikarar Mrishtam Manyan Rajni Mukham Kayam Kalpapadam Reme Istrinam Mandal Mandanaha. In the third season of the year, the Lord enjoyed as a central beauty of the assembly of women by attracting them with his pleasing songs in an autumn night brightened by moonshine. So third season of the year means the autumn season. So this is Uddhavji is talking about the Ras Leela pastime. So purport Prabhupada writes, which is short purport because I guess Prabhupada didn't want to delve on this for too long because third canto, it's a third canto, and the Ras Leela, it's too much a topic for third canto. Before leaving the land of cows, Vrindavan, the Lord pleased his young girlfriends, the transcendental gopis, in his Ras Leela pastimes. Here Uddhav stopped his description of the Lord's activities. So these are the pastimes in Vrindavan. So the Lord enjoyed his pastimes in Vrindavan like that. And then third chapter, the Lord's pastimes out of Vrindavan. So just imagine how much Uddhavji must be enjoying speaking about Krishna. He must be really relishing it. And Vidurji is also sitting there and relishing all these talks about Krishna. And this is what the life of a devotee is. The relish, talking about Krishna, hearing about Krishna, serving Krishna. And this is what the spiritual life is all about. Text 1, chapter 3, text 1. Uddhav uvacha tatah sa agatya puram swapitro chikirshya shambal dev samyitaha nipatya turadri puyuthanatham hatam vyakarshad vyasumoj sorvyam. Shri Uddhav said, thereafter Lord Krishna went to Mathura city with Shri Baldev, and to please their parents they dragged Kansa, the leader of public enemies, down from his throne and killed him, pulling him along the ground with great strength. King Kansa's death is only briefly described here because such pastimes are vividly and elaborately described in the 10th canto. The Lord proved to be a worthy son of his parents even at the age of 16 years. Now, there's a catch here. Here Prabhupada says, even at the age of 16 years, but when Krishna left Vrindavan and went to Mathura, it happened when he was technically 10 years and 8 months old. But here it is said it happened at the age of 16 years. So is there any contradiction, or where is the correlation? The correlation Acharyas has explained is even though Krishna was 10 years and 8 months old, but he looked like a 16-year-old. He looked like a Kishore. And he always looked like Kishore after that. He never grew older. That was just Krishna, whatever he wants, whatever makes him happy. Both brothers, Lord Krishna and Lord Baldev, went to Mathura from Vrindavan and killed their maternal uncle, who had given so much trouble to their parents, Vasudeva and Devaki. Kansa was a great giant, and Vasudeva and Devaki never thought that Krishna and Baladev, would be able to kill such a great and strong enemy. When the two brothers attacked Kansa on the throne, Their parents feared that now Kansa would finally get the opportunity to kill their sons, whom they had hidden for so long in the house of Nanda Maharaj. The parents of the Lord, due to parental affection, felt extreme danger, and they almost fainted. Just to convince them they had actually killed Kamsa, Krishna and Baldev pulled Kamsa's dead body along the ground to encourage them. So, so many things happened in that arena. When Kansa sent Akrurji to call Krishna and Balram to Mathura, and of course his plan was to get them killed. But what he told Akrura was, "Oh, I have heard so much about Krishna and Balram and their heroics. So why don't you invite them and let me see how good the wrestlers they are, how good the fighters they are, and I'll let Chanur and Mushtik fight with them." And Akrurji, being a political background, he understood the exact meaning of why Kansa wants to bring Krishna and Balram here. But knowing that if he hadn't followed Kansa's dictations, Kansa would have done more harm to Braj and and to Yadavas. So to protect everybody, and then Akrurji thought that if Krishna, and he in his heart he knew, but he was still wanted to be assured that if Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, then let him go and let him come to Mathura and he will kill Kamsa anyway. And moreover, his thought was, okay, let me at least go to Braj, take darshan of Brajvasis. So Akrurji went from Mathura to Vrindavan to get Krishna and Balram. And of course, that was the saddest day of the lives of Nand Maharaj, Yashoda Maya, Gopis, everybody in Vrindavan, because Krishna was leaving Vrindavan to go to Mathura. Of course, we have discussed that Krishna never leaves Vrindavan. That's true, because when Akrurji went, Shyam Sundar Krishna stayed back in Vrindavan, and Vasudev Krishna came to Mathura. And this Vasudev Krishna was the Krishna that Vasudev ji took from the prison house of Kansa, that baby, and when he had gone to Gokul, that baby Krishna merged in the body of Shyam Sundar Krishna. So this Vasudev Krishna came out of Vrindavan. But Shyam Sundar Krishna, now he did not, or I don't say he could not, he did not want to have his personal form over there because he wanted to taste, or he wanted to enhance the love of gopis, especially Srimati Radharani. So he kind of unmanifested himself and he hid himself in the hearts of all the gopis, Nanda Baba, Yashoda Maya, all the Brajvasis. So physically he wasn't there, but he was there in their hearts. So they would always remember, and they would only remember Krishna from that time on. So Krishna and Balram, they were coming with Akrurji on the chariot. And there's a place, there's a bank of Yamuna on the way where Akrurji stopped. So now that place is called Akrur Ghat. After Akrurji stopped there and took bath there. And Krishna Balram also, they said, oh, we are very tired, we want to take bath in Yamuna. So they took bath, and then Akrurji said, okay, let me also take bath. Akrurji went inside. And then it was funny when Akrurji went inside and he saw Krishna Balram inside Yamuna. And he saw them sitting as, Krishna was sitting as Mahavishnu and Balramji was as Anand Shesh. And Akrurji got bewildered. What is this I'm seeing? And then he came out and then he saw Krishna Balram on the chariot. And they were laughing. Akrurji, come, let's go. We are getting late. Akrurji again went inside Yamuna and he saw again Mahavishnu and Anand Shesh. So then he realized that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And he offered wonderful prayers. So that is why when we talk about Navadha Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Vishnu Smaranam, uh, Archanam, Vandanam, no, Shravanam, Kirtanam, Sravanam, Pad Sevanam, Archanam, Vandam, Dasyam, Archanam, Vandam, Dasyam, Sakyam, Atmanivedanam, Pad Sevanam. So there are 9 processes. So this Vandana, when we talk about Vandanam, so Vandana is the person who is, there's a devotee associated with all different 9 processes who achieved perfection by following that process particularly. So for Vandanam, the name comes of Akrurji, because the way he prayed to the Supreme Lord while inside the Yamuna waters, it was perfect, and he achieved perfection. So Krishna Balram, they gave him darshan there as the Supreme Lord, as Mahavishnu, because Krishna Balram as themselves, they were not, nobody would accept them as Supreme Lord. So then Akrurji came out, he sat on the chariot, he said, let's go. And Krishna very lovingly and playfully asked him, oh Akrurji, you took long time inside the water, did you see something unusual? And Akrurji, no, nothing unusual, it just took me time, now let's go back. Let's go to Mathura. And he brought them to Mathura. Of course, Nanda Baba and Gopas and some of the friends of Krishna, they also came, but they came in different chariots. They came in different, actually bullock carts. So they were way behind.
इतनी जल्दी आप आ जाते हो
So
थोड़ा सा
Krishna,
लेट आ जाओ भैया पहुंच तो
Krishna
जाते
and
हो
Balram, Krishna and Balram, then they came to Mathura and they performed wonderful pastimes. So they roamed around Mathura, first of all. And they were so attractive to look at, and everybody was looking at them. They were, of course, the people with the right mood, right consciousness, they were getting attracted. And those who didn't, those who were still friendly with Kansa, they didn't have the right, the proper attraction for Krishna Balram. And Krishna Balram, they were roaming around, and they were girls of Mathura. There were so many women of Mathura, and they looked at them, and they got so attracted to Krishna. Krishna obviously is the most attractive person, and they were thinking about the fortune of all the gopis in Vrindavan. And then Krishna Balram, while they were roaming around, they went to one person who makes garlands, flower garlands. So they asked, oh, you Mali, you make beautiful garlands, why don't you give us one garland each? So the garland maker said, well, these garlands are for Kansa, Maharaj Kansa, but you are so beautiful, I'll give you these garlands. They gave them. And Krishna Balram, they got very pleased. Then they went to a tailor. And the tailor, and they said, okay, give us some clothes of Kansa. Clothes, you have beautiful clothes. And the tailor, and if I remember it correctly, tailors didn't give them the clothes. So they got angry. But then when they went to a dhobi, and dhobi was again dealing with the clothes, and Krishna Balram said, oh, you have wonderful clothes. Dhobi said, oh, these clothes are of Kansa, Maharaj Kansa. You're just cowherd boys. How dare you ask clothes that belong to Maharaj Kansa? And Krishna got so angry. He just lifted his hand and he just slapped the dhobi, and it cut off his head, and the dhobi died. So the point was, actually, some places it is said that this dhobi was the same dhobi who was in Ram Leela and who had accused Lord Ram of keeping Sita with him, even though Sita had spent a year in Ravan's palace. This was the same Dhobi. So somehow he got saved in Treta Yuga because Lord Ram had different mood. But now when he was born in Dwapar Yuga, he got killed by Krishna. Of course, killing by Krishna is also liberating. And then Krishna was again, Krishna Balram, they were roaming around, and then they saw this hunchback woman, Kubja. They went to Kubja. They said, Krishna said, particularly Krishna, he said, "Oh, most beautiful lady, what are you doing?" And Kubja, she got so attracted to Krishna's beauty, beautiful face, and the loving voice. She said, "Oh, I'm carrying this sandalwood pulp that I'm carrying from Maharaj Kansa, and I'm going to go and apply this paste on him." And Krishna said, "Oh, beautiful lady, I would like to get this paste applied by you. I am really attracted to the fragrant paste and this and that." And Kubja said, "Oh, you're so beautiful, so charming, and here is the paste." And she put the paste on Krishna. So she did this, I mean, this little service of Krishna. And Krishna said, "Why you're, oh, that is okay, I'm very happy with the pace, but why you're walking like this? Why you're walking very funny? How come?" And Kubja said, "Well, you see this hunchback in my back and I cannot walk straight." Krishna just put his lotus feet on Kubja's toes and he put his lotus hands on Kubja's throat, on her chin, and he just lifted her up. And her hunchback was gone, and she became very attractive, very beautiful woman. And she was so happily surprised, what is this happened? And then, um, she invited Krishna to her house, which Krishna went to her house later on. Of course, Krishna was with Balramji at that time, and he didn't want to go to anybody's house in front of his elder brother. Now he is a 16-year-old boy. Wasn't a little boy. So he had to follow the etiquettes, proper etiquettes. So he did go to Kubja's house after he came back from Sandipni Muni's ashram, and he took, I believe he took Uddhav with him to Kubja's house. So after all this, they were still roaming around, and their covered boyfriends had joined them by now, and now they were ready to go to Kansa's palace, the wrestling arena. And before that wrestling arena, Kansa had prepared an elephant named Kuvalya Pida outside the door of that wrestling arena. So his idea was let the elephant kill these brothers before they come inside. Because that elephant had the strength of, he was so strong, he had the strength of 10,000 elephants. He was so strong, so huge. And he was drunk also. So Krishna Balram came to the gate of wrestling arena, and there's Mahavat sitting on the Kuvalya Pid. He made Kuvalya Pid go and attack Krishna Balram. And when he attacked, Krishna Balram played with him for a while, and then they just, with one punch, Krishna killed him. And both the brothers, they took out the teeth of the elephant, one tooth each. So this was the first time since Krishna Balram appeared, first time they picked up a weapon. So the weapon was the teeth of Kuvalya Pida. Of course, after that, he used Sudarshan Chakra and bow and arrow and other weapons in so many wars. But this was the first time they picked up any weapon. And before, one more incident. Before this Kuvalya Pida incident, they were roaming around. They were all over Mathura, and then they went to this place where a huge bow was kept for puja. And Krishna went inside, and all the soldiers, "Oh, boys, you coward boys, you get out of here. You don't know what this place is. This is the bow of Kans Maharaj, and this and that." And Krishna just slapped them. They all fell down. He went inside and he looked at the bow. He picked up the bow. He strung that bow, and the bow broke. And then everybody was alarmed that, because I think there was one benediction that whoever breaks this bow will kill Kansa. So the news was sent to Kansa that Krishna has killed. He has broken the bow. So then he came and he killed Kovalyapida, and then both the brothers entered the wrestling arena of Kansa. And both the brothers were entered with one tooth of that elephant on their shoulders. And now when they were entering the wrestling arena, everybody was watching them. These two beautiful, very tender-limbed, very soft brothers coming. But when the yogis saw them, they saw them, oh, they're the Param Brahman. They're the perfection of all our yogic powers and yogic activities. When the girls saw the Mathura girls, they saw Krishna and Balram. They're like they're paramours, they're lovers. And when the elders they saw Krishna and Balram, they thought, oh, they're like little babies, little kids, and they were afraid of their protection because the wrestlers, Chanur, Mushtik, and so many other wrestlers, they were waiting with their strong and big bodies. So, so everybody looked at Krishna Balram, but everybody had a different opinion because of their consciousness. Everybody had different consciousness. So the thing is, whatever consciousness we have, we will look at the Lord accordingly, and we'll get that kind of reciprocation and that kind of feelings towards Him. They're like when Chanur and Mushtik and other wrestlers, they were looking at Krishna Balram. Krishna Balram, again, they were beautifully dressed, small boys, little boys, not huge, gigantic Mr. Universe bodies, nothing, very tender, soft limbed. But when Chanur Mushtik saw them, because in their hearts they wanted to kill Krishna Balram, and they saw their death personified was coming. They saw Yamraj is coming with his weapon. So Krishna Balram came. They paid obeisances, respects to Maharaj Kansa, because this is etiquette to follow. And then the wrestling match started very easily. Of course, for some time they played with these wrestlers. And after that, one after the other wrestler, they started killing. Krishna killed somebody, Balramji killed somebody. And after they killed all the wrestlers, then Kansa was sitting and now he was really afraid. Now what is going to happen? And Krishna jumped from the wrestling area onto the dais where Kansa was sitting. And Krishna grabbed him, pulled him down, and he started beating him up. And of course, Kansa got liberation because Krishna is beating him up. And but like in the verse it is said, Krishna dragged his dead body throughout the wrestling arena, so that everybody would be assured that Kansa is killed, Kansa is dead, and Krishna has killed him. And especially for his parents, he wanted to make them rest them assured that yes, I have killed, so you don't have to be afraid of this demon named Kansa. So anyway, some of the acharyas have explained that 6 sons of Devaki that were killed by Kansa, they represent the 6 anarthas in our heart. Of course, they are the 6 sons also, but at the same time, they represent something. And the 6 anarthas are Kam, Krodh, Lobha, Mad, Matsara. And 7th son, Balramji, of course, he wasn't killed, but 7th son represents the instructions of Guru or Guru, because Balramji is Adi Guru. And of course, Krishna is Krishna, and Devaki represents bhakti, and Kansa represents fear. So, because of fear of material life, fear of again coming back into the material world, fear of getting entangled in the material world, we should become so sincere about our bhakti, to protect bhakti, that we should kill these six anarthas following the instructions of Guru Balramji. So, because of fear of material life, Kansa, this fear kills these six anarthas. Because if we are not afraid of material life, we'll never worry about these six anarthas. We'll take them very easily, will not take them any seriously. And when these six anarthas are killed, and then we follow the instructions of Guru, then Krishna Prem can develop in our heart. And then we will take bhakti seriously. So they are persons, but they also represent some things. So anyway, so Krishna has killed Kamsa today, and let's see what he'll do tomorrow. So we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you very much, Prabhuji, for the wonderful class.
Thank you, brother.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Mata.
Thank you very much for the beautiful class. I have a question, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mata.
Prabhuji, I want to know when Kansa killed by Krishna, or Krishna killed Kansa, after that they all went to Dwarka.
Well, these stories will come later on, but yes, after that they went.
They all went to Dwarka. And when Jarasangh ने मथुरा पर आक्रमण किया, तो उस समय where were they? Like they were in Mathura or they were in Dwarka?
They were in Mathura. Jarasandh attacked 17 times, and 17 times he was defeated by Krishna. He went back, and 18th time when he attacked, then Krishna said, "It is too much to put all these Mathura Vasis through these attacks of Jarasandh." So he took everybody to Dwarka. He created the city of Dwarka, and he took everybody there. So nobody could attack Dwarka. And of course, there was a reason that he did not kill Jarasandh. There was some reason, and Bhima later on killed Jarasandh.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, I have a question. Like all the demons who were killed by Krishna, they all got liberated. But did all of them merge into the body of Krishna? Or where did it go?
Those in Vrindavan, like I said, Putna and Aghasur, they did not. They went back to Vaikuntha actually. But Kansa, Jarasandh, and etc. I'm tempted to say they merged in the body of Krishna, but I'm not exactly sure. I have to find out the details.
But Prabhuji, another question arises out of this. Why, I mean, all of them, got liberated. Like, I mean, just from a curiosity point of view, like they were thinking about Krishna from a negative point. But why did they get liberated? Like, of course, like for Prahlad Maharaj, Hiranyakashipu got liberated because Prahlad Maharaj prayed. But for Kansa and all these people, I mean, why was it so? Like
that is the mercy of Krishna. Because first of all, obviously they were always thinking about Krishna. So that is a good point. Of course, they were thinking negatively. So, but they got liberated because they got killed by Krishna, and that is the mercy of Krishna. So point is, either we become a demon or become a devotee. We'll go back. But the problem is, to become a demon, we have to become a demon of the level of Hiranyakashipu or Kansa or Ravan. Smaller demons, Krishna himself will not kill. So those demons, they still have to take birth again and again. So to become a demon of that level, we have to do lots and lots and lots and lots of sinful activities. But to become a devotee, it's just some devotional service we have to do, little devotional service. Just chant 16 rounds, follow principles, that's all. So it's easier to become a devotee, and then the destination of devotee is much higher than these demons. So it's easier, it's better to become a devotee and live happily in this lifetime. And when we leave the body, go back to spiritual world, we live happily forever. But not like Kansa and other demons, they're always fearful in this lifetime. And when they die, they merge in the body of Krishna. What's the point?
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Bhante.
Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, one question on chapter 8. I was just reading in the morning, and the question is related to when Krishna says, when at the death stage of a person, when he is about to die, whatever his perception or whatever he thinks of, let's suppose he is very affectionate to his dog or something, then the next life he will turn to become a dog. Something, now let's suppose somebody is affectionate toward his house or car or something, he's loving it so much, but he will not turn to become a house because that's energy that doesn't have any life, but then he might become a lizard or something which actually resides in the house. Okay, so the question is, let's suppose somebody has done a lot of bhakti in the entire life, but it may be possibility that he is affectionate towards some other living being, uh, could be a dog or anything. Yeah? And if at the last stage, if he recalls that, even during the entire bhakti of all his throughout his life, then isn't that? I mean, it's not right that he will turn it to become a dog because he just. I mean, this particular
Well,
logic.
right or wrong, I don't think I can decide. It's Krishna who has to decide. But
Hmm.
Bharat Maharaj also had to take the form of a deer on one lifetime because he got attracted to deer, although he was performing his tapasya so sincerely. So that risk is always there. But, but the good part is, in Kali Yuga, since we are so fallen, it is said the offenses committed by mind, they're not really considered as an offense. So even if we are maybe thinking of some animal or something, maybe it's not considered that seriously. Because Krishna, no, these are all Kalyugi people. What else they can do? I mean, they have no control on their minds. And moreover, we are dependent upon the mercy of Prabhupada and the Guru Parampara also. So, although, another point that Prabhupada made was, once some devotees did ask him similar question. They asked him that, Prabhupada, you say we have to think of Krishna at the last moment and then we'll go back. And they said, what if we spend our whole life serving Krishna very sincerely, but somehow or other we don't remember Krishna at the time of death? Then what will happen? And Prabhupada answered, okay, if you chant your rounds nicely, follow the principles, serve Krishna throughout your life very nicely, then if you cannot, for some reason, if you cannot think of Krishna at the time of death, Krishna will think of you and take you
That's a
back.
safe
So,
side, Prabhuji. Thank
so
you.
some hope is there. Otherwise, I know it's so difficult to control the mind. It's very difficult. But
Yeah.
you have to keep on trying. So our sincere endeavor is what pleases our Guru, pleases Prabhupada. And then if Prabhupada recommends to Krishna, Krishna will not say no.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
If in this lifetime we don't get to connect with our guru like the way you have been like, telling us, like we don't get a connect, then it is the scope for us.
Srila Prabhupada is everybody's guru. So we connect with him through his books, through his instructions. And this is, I mean, I can personally vouch for that you try to connect to Prabhupada and Prabhupada will reciprocate.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Either in the dream or in the other way around, he will reciprocate for sure. So we have we have to connect with Prabhupada. Yes, everybody else is respect. We have to give respect. We have to do other services, but we have to try to connect to Srila Prabhupada. He is guru of everybody. Thank you, Prabhu. You were saying something.
I said I can also vouch for it.
Thank you, Prabhu. Okay, so I guess we can stop here. You all have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Jai Shri
So much.